Could you please introduce yourself briefly?
My name is Lawrence Nike. I'm in River High School, Auckland, New Zealand.
And I'm Chen. I'm from St. Paul's Co-Educational College from Hong Kong.
I'm Lee Hobart. I'm the Head of Academic Performance and Innovation at Brisbane Boys College.
My name is Zbigniew. I teach mathematics in Meritorious High School in the capital of city of Poland, Warsaw.
My name is Fransje Kaagman. I'm a maths teacher at the Utrecht State Gymnasium in the Netherlands.
Okay, what do you think the major benefits of learning mathematical modeling for students?
I think the major aspect which I found really, really useful was the rich mathematical context and bringing maths to life. I think that was the most exciting part for me, to actually, demystify mathematics to some extent, rather than being an abstract thing that lots of people don't like, but doing it in the context in which it was done became more real for our students. I think that was really, really big benefit.
Yeah, so that's what I think. It's like showing what you can do with mathematics, not just learning some formulas, but okay, what's the use of mathematics? Why should I learn this? Because that's what you try to do in class, I think.
Yeah.
You try to teach them, okay, you learn this and this is why you learn it. And sometimes that's hard and this makes it really visible to students.
Our students have many mathematical tools and sometimes they don't know how to use it. So mathematical modeling help them to use those tools.
When you think of the future that these young people have and the opportunities ahead of them and the challenges that they're going to face, they're going to need those critical thinking, creativity skills, the ability to collaborate and be able to communicate and use those foundations of literacy and numeracy. And I think that's something that I saw that all of the young men from my college really got out of that, was that they used all of those skills and it was relevant and it was within a very sensible context that will be something that they will need for their future.
Yeah, I do think it's a good chance for them to see how practical mathematics can be used towards the real daily life problem. And I think it's not easy for the existing school curricula for the students. I think even in my school, we are taking two different curricula, but I think it's not really complete for them to have a chance to use the mathematics to this extent to the problem. So I think the problems are quite open, that they need to think about what tools they have to use. They're really open. You really can use up their creativity, their community-mindedness, a lot of things the students may need to exploit in order to tackle with the problems.
I think what you're saying is absolutely true there. Because I think, maths quite often was thought about, recalling facts, right and wrong answers. I think what IMMC does with this challenge, it provides the opportunity for students to think mathematically, and it provides them to think laterally. It gives them the chance to be able to, explore maths the way it should be, rather than just, right and wrong answers. So I think in terms of our curriculum, it gives us a chance also now to rethink about the way we assess, the way we deliver what we do within the classroom. So this, I think, challenge really opens the way for us to think differently about what happens within our school curriculum to some extent.
Yeah, I agree with you. In my country, for example, national curriculum is a pure mathematics. And mathematical modeling help my students to develop their analytical skills, logic skills, and reasoning skills. So it's very good for them.
It's a wonderful legacy that the committee that has organised this has left, because it creates a very optimistic and mentally challenging future for our students.
It's really close to the reality that in the future, the students, when they are at work or what, actually they really can't know what to be doing. But if they are given a chance, a few days for them to work out a plan in the work, then they have to sit together, then they have to do such a kind of teamwork to discuss, to negotiate, or to make some compromise finally to some solutions. Actually, it's really open. Just, as far hard as what they can think of, and then they work out something that they think will be the best. I think it's really close to the reality that they will face in the future.
And
Whoever studied them.
Yeah, and I think what you're saying is all true, because I think the other thing that I saw happen over here was with this challenge was that you found that students, although it was tackling one problem, but each one of the countries and their students brought their own personalities to the solution. And I think it was quite, refreshing to see it like that, rather than just, producing a model, producing an equation and a solution. But they brought their input and their personalities, their youthfulness to it, which I found really, really exciting.
IMMC actually is a community for teachers and students to release their innovation. IMMC is not just to reward the talented student, gifted students. We really want all students, all levels, could be involved in the learning and practicing of mathematical modeling. What would you advise for more students to take part in IMMC?
I think giving student leadership opportunities like that is the way to go. Because we as adults, I don't think for one moment we're able to actually get into their worlds and totally understand the way they perceive and the way they problem solve. Because even when you look at what happened today, you can see they brought a lot of originality to the way they presented and what they did. I think we've got to tap into that, and we've got to give them this leadership opportunity within this environment. So I'd say totally supportive.
Particularly if it's authentic and relevant to their lives, and that's a topic this year was particularly pertinent to that.
I think that we should change the mentality of teachers, because, for example, in my country, teachers want to learn, for example, pure mathematics without mathematical modeling. If we change their mentality and their way of thinking, probably more students will be able to participate in such competition.
Yeah, because I think it's not part of the curriculum. So you're actually preparing your students for the final exam, and modeling is not a part of that. So there is not a lot of time, because if you do that, you have less time for the rest of the stuff you also need to teach them. And actually, I think it should be a part, and you should really have some time. And that's why it doesn't happen a lot now. It's just these couple of students that are actually not doing their schoolwork for 1 week and just do this. For most students, well, maybe that would be a problem. So actually, you just want for all the students just the space to have enough time to do it.
Well, I agree with what F just said, that this competition is not just to award those mathematically talented students, but to let them know that actually for various mathematical abilities, actually each of them can join, actually. So the competition may be more diverse, in the top place or in the abilities, so that the students actually get along there well. It must not be those best students to join that, but because the nature of the competitions are so close to their daily encounters, so I think it's something good if we can promote this to students, so they know that every of them can really join that, and then they may find something suitable for them to do. Actually, of course, not any particular one of them will be good at anything, but they can really choose something good for them. So we at least let them feel good, feel easy with this kind of thing, which is really, I think, important to them. Yeah.
I think that's a really important point of view. I think quite a few of the students mentioned that earlier, was that it's got to become accessible. It mustn't just be for the people that think they are mathematically good. I think we'll make it more accessible, and you give students the opportunity to lead in this position, and they'll most probably come up with trying to solve like the problem that you have, what's the Earth's capacity. If you give them that agency, give them that opportunity to find solutions they can identify with, there's a greater chance that they'll engage with the content and therefore the mathematics that's involved. I think the emphasis with this competition is not so much finding the solution, but the thinking aspect. And I think that brings it out. You can see there's a lot of thinking involved, and I think that's where the critical thinking, the reasoning, the logical debating that comes across.
I think it's important also to balance that not only with the practical aspects for the classroom and curriculum, but also the research that goes alongside that, and to back up the reason for having mathematical modelling with good quality evidence. And I understand that that's beginning to happen.
Yes, it will change of education.
Yeah, and involving different areas of knowledge is very important. Mathematical
So interdisciplinary practice. Okay, thank you for your big part of the interview.